You're looking up, huh?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the last 4 years.
Okay. What you been doing?
Oh, I've been asleep. What have you been doing? What has your character been doing?
I was playing bridge and, lunching with the girls, and time got away from me, and before I knew it, 5 years were gone.
Now, is that how they're going to present it to us?
No. I've been sort of asleep, sort of in a coma. I come back as myself. I know what's happened, when I was in Salem, and now I'm back, and it's like just turning a page. I've never lost the time.
Your fans just won't let you be dead, because I remember last time we talked, I was hosting the old Late Show, and they protested outside the studio last time they tried to kill you off to bring you back, right?
Yeah.
That's a great feeling.
It is. It's nice. Now, last time I was on, you caused me a tremendous problem because we talked about getting married, and you said your name would have to be Deidre Hall.
Yeah.
It's stuck. I hear it everywhere I go. Oh, look, it's Deidre Hall, they say.
Well, you're very special to me, not because you are a beautiful woman, but because probably the longest relationship I ever had in my life came about because I knew something about your show. Remember, did I ever tell you this?
You didn't tell me this, no.
See, okay, you know how guys need opening lines? Haven't I seen you someplace before? Or, it's like nice pumps, whatever. I met this girl because I knew about Days of Our Lives. I was talking to this girl. I said, yo, so what's your name? Where you from? And can I get them digits and everything? And she was saying, look, I got to go. And she said, I have to go watch Days of Our Lives. It was on a college campus. I got to watch Days of Our Lives. It's on between 12 and 1. I never miss it. I don't schedule classes during that time. And I was like, oh, yeah, I love Days of Our Lives, And she thought I was lying, just to get them boots. You know what I mean? Okay. But I wasn't lying. And I said, Robert Leclerc, the guy from Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, that goes way back.
Yeah, and that's how old I am. But but I told her that, and she said, well, come watch it with me. And I ended up with this girl for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we did on the air, huh?
Yeah, so I owe your show the credit. How's your love life, by the way?
Fine. Thanks for asking. It's just great.
I won't get deep into that. Why did you go back to the show?
A lot of reasons. They made me some offers I couldn't refuse. And when Ken Corday called, he said, what would you like to come back? And I had a list of things that I had not yet accomplished in nighttime. And so I gave him my list, and he said, I think we can help you with that. So besides going back to daytime, I'll be producing and developing movies for NBC.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great. The Renaissance moment. Yes.
The good part is that I get to come back and play Marlena for 6 months.
Yeah.
Which is a joy.
And they have to deal with, speaking of joy, your practical jokes over there. I know for a fact that you love those kinds of things.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
My favorite? Mm-hmm. You mentioned Robert Leclerc. Mm-hmm. Robert Clary played Robert. And Robert, as you know, is very small. And so one of the jokes that was played on short. He's short. I forgot about your audience.
You forgot about America.
Anyway, Wayne had gone to the prop department, and they had given him a doorknob. And he'd had the doorknob placed halfway down the door. And Robert's name put above the doorknob. Oh.
See, I think they think that's terrible. I think it's funny because I did that to Prince at the MTV Awards. We'll be right back with Deidre Hall. How could I forget that? Are you sure you don't want to tell them about your love life? They're always interested in knowing. See, because if we get it from the artist, we don't have to read the toilet paper in the supermarket,
Save you all that time, I know, and that 75 cents you might be tempted to spend.
And we don't get the truth either.
Well, the truth is...
Your life is like a soap opera.
You know what? I'm back doing what I was doing about 8 years ago. I'm on Days of Our Lives, and I'm dating the man that I was involved with about 8 years ago. All over again.
Yeah. And so you do something that I have a problem with. You get along with your exes.
Yeah.
Because you have like 2 ex-husbands, right?
Yes, I do.
And you get along with them both.
Yeah, I do. Why do you have a problem with that? That shouldn't be difficult for you.
Because usually when you break up, whatever you broke up for, that's the reason you don't really need to hear from them.
But see, the reason you got married in the first place is the reason you should stay in touch with them. Because you can have a bad moment or a little kind of a rough area, but the reason you fell in love and got attracted and had a great time and had a lot of plans together and cared about each other doesn't go away. You just had a bad moment.
A bad moment? A bad moment, you say.
Moment.
Yeah, I mean, a bad moment, you say, you jerk, you know. But it's more than a bad moment when I'm getting a lawyer. Oh. You know, I'm getting a divorce here, and you're going to be ex number 2.
You just have to care. I think you have to care about the person.
Do you still love your exes?
I care about them enormously, sure, yeah. We're still great friends. We had a great time together. Yeah, okay. You can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. When did you know you wanted to be an actress?
It was, there was a funny moment when I was in the 6th grade. And there was, the science fairs that used to come to town, and the guy would stand up with the lights and the things and do tricks, and you thought it was magic. One fella came to our school in Lake Worth, Florida, and he did his magic show, and all the 6th graders were sitting in the audience. And before he was done, he said, "Now, I've just been to Hollywood, and I have a contract here for somebody named Deidre Hall." And I about fell off my chair, made my way to the stage in the auditorium, and thought, yeah, a movie star. Yeah, that'd be nice. And that was when I first caught the dream of the idea of it. We did the show, and I helped him out on stage, and I went back when it was over and sat in my chair, and the show ended, and I waited, and they picked up the chairs, and I waited, and the school bell rang, and I waited, and he never came back. It was very sad.
Oh.
It turned out okay. But I went home and I said to my mother, this man said this, and I think it might be kind of a fun thing to do. And she said, well, honey, you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a
That's
mom,
what we need
huh?
to tell our kids.
You bet. Anything at all.
What's your favorite color?
Blue?
That's my favorite color, and last time I interviewed you, which was a long time ago, the only other time I interviewed you, long time ago, and you had on blue, not the same outfit, but you had on...
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. You had on blue that night also.
I had on blue leather that night, too. Yep, yep.
Were you always this attractive? I mean, were you the homecoming queen? Were you the...
No. I was one of those terrible, awkward, unattractive, gangly kids. Everything grew the wrong time. The nose grew, then the ears grew, then the teeth grew, and then the hair kind of frizzed down. I was a mess. True.
I have a hard time believing that, but all attractive women say that, I was talking to Jasmine Guy, and she said she played a crow in a play. When, like Wizard of Oz or something when she was little. I mean,
they wouldn't give her a costume, right?
Well, They're very sensitive audience, They get upset about Donald Trump jokes, too. No, but, all beautiful women seem to have had ugly childhoods.
Yeah, I played a tree once in the...
And didn't even have a costume. Look at Deidre. She had bark. No, that must have been very interesting. Were you a good tree?
I was a very good tree.
Would you, before we go to commercial, would you just give us a little bit of how you played a tree?
My tree?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, just a little bit. Because I know you're good, but...
You can do it with me.
Okay, you'll teach me to be a tree.
Yeah. This is it. Just kind of stand gently. Just be rooted.
Oh, okay.
And, wait till they leave for commercial.
This is it?
This is it.
Oh, I'm a better actor than you. A tree is some more like... We'll be right back with Arnold Schwarzenegger.